Begin by creating another tab, which you can click on and say rename solution. We'll then copy contents of cell A2, B19, cell A1 in the other tab. These are our cost of shipping from warehouse to barns. Now copy the barn demand data and the warehouse supply data. And paste it into cell D20. Our decision variables are found in cell C1, C18. We'll color those yellow. This will be our solution. It will tell us how much product shipped from warehouse 1 to barn 1, warehouse 1 to barn 2, etc. We'll want to minimize the cost of doing that, so we'll put our objective function, which is that cost minimization, in cell C19 and color it green. Our constraints found in cells D20 to L20, we'll color them blue. Our objective function is a calculation of the cost, and we want to minimize that. So it costs $1.60 for every unit we ship from warehouse 1 to barn 1. So whatever numbers come in here, that gets multiplied by that. Whatever numbers we ship from warehouse 1 to barn 2 comes in here, and it gets multiplied by that. To make that calculation, we can use a function called sum product. So we type equals sum product, bracket, then we highlight all of these, comma, and all of these. Close the bracket. What that function does is it multiplies cell B1 times C1, B2 times C2, B3 times C3, all the way down B18 times C18. And that will give us our cost of shipping product from warehouses to destinations. We now need some constraints. The first constraint says that we need to meet the barn 1 demand of 300 units of product. So we can put a 1 here beside warehouse 1 to barn 1, a 1 beside warehouse 2 to barn 1, and a 1 beside warehouse 3 to barn 1. We can then put our sum product here. So we say equals sum product, bracket. So all of these, comma, times all of these, bracket. Now, what that says is that 1 times the product from warehouse 1 to barn 1 is 1 times the amount of product from warehouse 2 to barn 1. So 1 times the amount of product from warehouse 3 to barn 1 must be equal to 300. Now, if we want, we also need constraints for all of these other columns. And to do that quickly, we can go into this cell here, and if we put a $sign in front of the C's, and enter, we can take that and copy it across. And what you'll see now is as we walk across, so this is some of those two. So you can go to this one. Some of those two. Some of those two. Some of those two. Some of those two. So then we just need to put in our ones. Put a 1 here, a 1 here, a 1 here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that completes our demand constraints. Just one more time, let's take a look at this column. This says 1 times the product shipped from warehouse 1 to barn 6, plus 1 times the product shipped from warehouse 2 to barn 6, plus 1 times the product shipped from warehouse 3 to barn 6 has to equal 100. So we put the number here and straight that these two need to be equal to each other. We now need our supply constraints. So the total amount of units that can go from warehouse 1 are 900. So we put a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That says the product from warehouse 1 to barn 1, from warehouse 1 to barn 2, up to warehouse 1 to barn 6. I'll say it has to be equal to 900. These constraints go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And these constraints go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So these are the warehouse 2 constraints and the warehouse 3 constraints. So we're now set up. We have our objective function, our constraints, and our decision variables. The next thing is this through the solver.